Hello beautiful, welcome back to Nat's Beautiful Life. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some book series that I will not be finishing. I've seen this video kind of going around YouTube and I thought I have a list like that. So I'm going to share that with you today. If you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Natasha and I make videos on books, bullet journaling, and beauty, but mostly books. And I read a lot of books and I like to share what I learn and if I enjoyed them or not, and recommend them to you as well. So be sure to click the like button if you like me and you want to see more. Click that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the book series that I will not be finishing. The first one is going to be Furyborn by Legrand. This book is interesting. It's a fantasy. It's a new adult fantasy. There is some smut in here. That's why I say new adult fantasy. But we have someone in a past situation and then you have someone 1,000 years in the future and stuff. I liked the perspective of the person who was in the past. And I liked that person, that character. But the second main character who is 1,000 years in the future, I just didn't like her. Didn't care for her much. And the biggest kind of weird thing that I didn't like about it was when she's a baby, she is cared for by a man. And he is separated from her for some reason. I can't even remember, like she becomes an orphan or something, I don't know. When they get back together and he's kind of revealing kind of to her who she is, blah blah blah, then they start like getting together and it just was weird. Again, this book had a lot of potential and I've only heard of one person who's continued on with the series and really liked it. But again, that's just me hearing of one person. But most everyone else was like me. Just like I liked the one perspective but not the other. And so I'm not going to continue with that one. The next one kind of breaks my heart and I'm kind of on the fence about. Because I really enjoyed this book. It was Dread Nation by Justina. I liked this book. The premise is the Battle of Gettysburg. When all the men were dead on the ground, they became zombies. Became zombies for whatever reason. And the book was interesting. And then towards the end of the book and the setup for the second book, because I believe it's only a duology, so that's why I think maybe it gave me like the Walking Dead vibes. If you've watched that at all, I think I didn't see this season of Walking Dead. I think I stopped right before it when they had like the governor or something in this one place and whatever. It was kind of the same deal. Like they went to a compound where everybody was like under the leadership of these people and the zombies were on the outside or something. And then like other things happen. And the setup for the second book was interesting, but I think I lost my fire for it. And I hate to unhaul this because this cover is beautiful. Like, I love this cover. Like, if it was a poster, I'd put it up. I mean, I love it. But I just don't care enough, I think, to finish with the story. The next couple are, okay, I haven't read this book. This is the third book. It's going to be controversial. The very first one is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I liked the first one, but then when I found out it was all like companion series and not really like a continuation following the same people, I didn't care anymore. And I haven't even read this one and I'm going to unhaul it. It's the third book. Yeah, so it's A Closed and Common Orbit is the second one, and this is the third one, Record of a Spaceborn Few. And I don't care enough to finish it, so I'm not going to finish that one. I am interested to try some other things by Becky Chambers, but that that first book was good, and that's enough for me. Another one is Furthermore by Taherah Mafi. I'm not unhauling this because I actually really enjoyed this book. I may unhaul it in the future, but I can see needing a nice whimsical read one day and grabbing this. Because again, it is companion, I don't even know if it's a companion series, or if it's just, I really don't know. I just, the synopsis of the next book after this one that's kind of like combined together with this one, I suppose is the best way to say, is, it just doesn't appeal to me. So, I really liked this one. I'm going to hang on to it for now, but, I don't think I'm going to continue on with this series. By the way, this one is a girl who is born in a land of color, and color is very important. I think it's like their magic or something, and she's born completely without color, and it's okay. Like, it's okay that she's without color. Everybody else thinks she's weird, but she's actually very colorful within. And yeah, I do recommend this one. It's good. Another series that I have that I got one more here that's actually at the book up here. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Seek. This is a sequel to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but this was, this is more modern, like written, let's see what year, 2018. It sounded interesting to me, so I got it. I've lost my fire. I don't care. I have another one. Hang on. Yeah, had to pull it off the Book of the Month shelf. Fate of the Fallen. I actually did enjoy this. The ending jumped the shark for me, so I don't think I'm going to continue the series. But I can see where it would be okay to continue the series. As in, I can see it maybe making sense. Like, I can see where it's going. And I really like the characters in this. However, I have other books that I'd rather read than just seeing how things go in this one. This one was, like I said, enjoyable. I did like the characters in it. The main synopsis is we have a chosen one who gets killed right off the bat in his quest, and his best friend who is with him carries his head around in a bag and tries to complete the quest. It's good, but again, I don't think that I want to continue with this series. My dog's flapping her ears. Alright, so let's move on to some different kind of things. This is going to be painful for me because I really wanted to read and love this book so much, but I think I'm just skipping up. And that is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I tried to read it, and it's just not for me. And I'm not talking about the footnotes at the end. Like when you're reading, there's a lot of footnotes, and a lot of people complain about that. That doesn't bother me. I've read every book in the the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, and every single book is just like that. That doesn't bother me at all. I think it was just gross, and it wasn't for me, and I'm very disappointed because so many people love that book. It's their favorite book and all of that, but I couldn't even get through the first book, so definitely not going to finish that series. Oh, I have another one to talk to you about that is painful. BRB. Okay, don't come at me for this, because I want to tell you guys, I gotta preface this. I loved this book. Like, I loved it. And there was a part of it that was so graphic and so difficult that I literally had to close the book and go like sit with myself for a minute because it was so harsh. But that's not what did it for me, because it's war, it's harsh, it's bad. So you don't want to, be reminded of these things, but, they happen. And so that wasn't the part that did it for me. The part that did it for me was the end, where she kind of goes off by herself and does something. You're gonna, if you haven't guessed by now, you're gonna see in a minute. And I'm talking about, like, she does something so wrong that when she gets back with her friends, they're like, what did you do? And oh, it pains me. I did not unhaul this. I gave it to Ryan because I think he will like it, but The Poppy War. I'm so sad because when I say I loved this book and I raved about this book the whole time I was reading it, I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I literally was telling everyone, you have to read this book. This book is so good. And then I got to that last little part and I was just like, I don't think I want to read this anymore. And I was just kind of done. And it makes me sad. But yeah, The Poppy Ward by RF Kuong. Excellent book, excellently written, but just the plot went a way that I'd rather read other things. How about that? Okay, so then just a couple more like different type of things. And some unhauls. So what else do I have over here? Nothing. Okay. All right, so this won't be long. This series I loved and I read it. I actually finished the whole thing. But I love the first two and I hate it. 3 and 4. And I mean, when I say I love the first two, I mean get them. They're hilarious and I love them. But I hate Fairyland, that the series, I'm unhauling 3 and 4. They went to such a dark place that, no, thank you. I will not reread these. I will probably reread the first and the second one over and over. So I have them, but I'm going to keep them. But those, they went dark and I just, no. And then I had purchased a couple of books at Barnes & Noble one time just to give them a try. And one of them was The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, and I read the first one and actually enjoyed it. It's definitely dated, not by the stuff, but by the themes and the things that happened and all that. It's very dated as far as like the time period it was written. And the stuff that people were coming out with at that time, it's dated like that. But I actually did enjoy it, and one of my favorite things about it was the fact that the only thing that survived was, as far as restaurants and stuff, was the Waffle House and Cracker Barrel. Those are the only 2 restaurants that survived the things that happened. But I did enjoy that, and I think it's a good book if you like dystopian. It's dystopian, and things happen to the kids. I can't even remember if they had like, they could do stuff with their minds or they had powers or something. I can't even remember it, but I do remember enjoying the read, but I don't think I'm going to continue it because, again, dated, and I have other things that I'd like to prioritize. One I haven't even read, and I'm just gonna unhaul, is Neil Shusterman's UnWind. This sounds really interesting. So if you have a child, like I think at this time abortion is outlawed, and you can, you have your child, but between the ages of 13 and 18, if you don't want them anymore, you can unwind them. So basically, their parts can be, like, you can take them apart and give their organs to other people, so technically they're still alive, but they're dead. And so it's about that, and this looks like it's quite a series. It looks like there are 6 more books in this series, so I didn't even start it. I'm sorry, but I love Neil Shusterman, don't get me wrong, but I have a feeling this is very, very dated and also going to make me very mad, so why bother? I did also, in that haul, when I got this in The Darkest Minds, I got Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I haven't read it, and I think I'm possibly going to just unhaul that as well, but it is a much beloved book. So let me know, should I keep Throne of Glass and give it a shot, or should I just let it go and prioritize other things? I need to hear from you about what I should do. Alright, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if there are any books that you are going to unhaul, or any series that you're not going to finish. And again, if you love these books, if you are one of the people who just gravitated to all the books that I've just said I'm not going to finish, that's fine. It is fine. We can still be friends and still have different opinions about things. And I know this for certain because I run a book club we all meet together, and some people like the book, some people hate the book, some people, you know, sometimes we all love the book, sometimes we all hate the book, and usually that's like the best discussion ever because we can just spend our whole time making fun of the book. But it's okay. It's okay. All right. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again very soon right here on Nat's Beautiful Life. Have a great day, gorgeous.